Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing on this, what is it, Monday night? Monday, January 18, 2021. I went down to DC on Saturday. I made a split second decision on Friday night. And I'm like, I'm just going to go down, not down. I'm going to go down to the DC area and stay in Bethesda, Maryland, right? So I come back yesterday, and then I was trying to do my podcast, and I realized that it wasn't saving it. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? And I realized that the fucking, my MacBook Air's disk was full. So I ran like a fucking search. You can do that on Mac, uh, where you can find out what's taking up the whole fucking memory, right? What's taking the most of the memory, or what is the distribution of like random access memory, right? And apparently, my photos, right? Photos every time I take on my fucking iPhone, those for some fucking reason were getting saved on my Mac that I use in my bedroom, which I also use for the podcast. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Because obviously the Mac iCloud account is synced with, the local computer drive, I guess, disk is synced with iCloud, my iCloud account. So every time you take a picture on your phone, right, on your iPhone, it gets saved also on iCloud.com on your account or in your account. And so I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So I basically I went into the photo library and deleted all the fucking photos, which basically freed up about or over 60 gigabytes of fucking memory, right? So here I am. I'm doing this podcast on Monday. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I guess. Not that I guess, but it is, sir. And many people are closed. Many businesses, it's a holiday, but we were not closed. I woke up late actually, and then I went down to my office. My office manager was there. I asked her on Friday whether she was taking the day off, but I give my employees like the major holidays, as paid holidays, and so I went out there. I worked for a few hours. Then I did some grocery shopping, and then had my leftovers, and here I am, right? All right. So I did go down to DC, and this is what the fuck happened, right? So after I made that like fucking like last minute decision to like drive down, right? So I was trying to find a hotel room in Bethesda, Maryland, which is like 20 minutes northwest of like DC, And so I booked a room on fucking Wikipedia, not fucking Wikipedia, Expedia, excuse me, Expedia. And while I'm driving, right, I'm already like hour and a half into fucking driving on I-95 slash NJ Turnpike, New Jersey Turnpike, right? And I look at the fucking, Expedia like reservation confirmation. It says February 13th. I'm like, what the fuck, right? And so I call up the hotel, this is fucking Hyatt Regency in Bethesda. And they're like, sorry, sir, and this is already like fucking 8 o'clock, like 7:45, because I left late from here. Um, and and so they basically said that they did not have any rooms available for like Saturday night. And I'm like, what the fuck? So they said that there is a room available in one of their Arlington, Virginia locations, right? And I said, no, fuck that. And so I stopped at one of the rest areas, and then I looked up other hotels. Um, and then I came across Hilton, right? Hilton in Bethesda. Hilton, I called them up, and the guy with an accent that's actually heavier than mine picked up the phone at the front desk, and he was like, yeah, we have a room. Sir, we have a room available. So if you want to book it now. A nice room with a king-size bed available, because it's going to go fast, it's going to be sold out. I'm like, all right, let's do that, $100. And because I had like a travel guide for the other room I booked through fucking Expedia, I'm like, it's on February 13th, so I can cancel that, because I have plenty of time. So I booked that, and I stayed down there, right? I got there late, and I was trying to find some food. I walked around. The guys told me at the front desk, and the only place that they told me was, they had these like fucking menus, right, for different restaurants, and the only place that was open, they said, was Papa John's Pizza, right? And this is already like 11 o'clock, 11:30, I think. After I settled down in my room and all that, right? So I walked down to fucking Papa John's, right? Papa John's, Papa John's or Jones? Papa John's, whatever the fuck it is, right? So I walked down there, and then it's fucking closed. So I come back, and then they gave me another menu for another restaurant, pizza place, and I called them, and they said that they were going to deliver. So I ordered like a fucking, chicken parm pizza, like a small size. And they finally delivered like around like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, right? And I'm already, I'm already up, because insomniac as I am. And so I had that, and then luckily, what happened was that I stopped by one of the rest areas on my way down there, and I picked up like a Caesar wrap, chicken Caesar wrap, just in case. So that basically saved my ass. And then I had that fucking pizza, and I was still hungry. I mean, I had half of the pizza, because that pizza was not even like real fucking pizza, you know. It was a short and sweet trip, I would say. So yesterday I woke up, and I went to fucking Einstein Bros Bagels, and I ordered like a whole wheat bagel toasted, with like egg whites and lettuce, tomatoes, onions, fucking amazing, and some orange juice. And then I'm like, let's find out what the fuck is going on down in fucking, DC metropolitan area. So I drive down along Massachusetts Avenue, right? So as you go towards like fucking like K Street, and then you can't make a right, because there are fucking National Guard, there are cops, They have closed off all the streets below, I think, L or K Street, all the way down to fucking like, what is it, like, to the memorial area and all that, the mall, Washington Mall, where the fuck it is, right? But, I mean, it didn't feel like a fucking war zone, although you could feel that, everybody was on fucking alert because of what happened on January fucking 6th, right? And I kept driving, and then I went to Georgetown, right? And I spent like some time there. I went down to fucking, they have a waterfront park along Potomac River, and they had these like boats, guard boats with, some dude, in the front with a machine gun, ready to fucking pull the trigger, if some shit like goes down the fucking hill. But it was pretty, I mean, it didn't look like it was any different except for that, So it wasn't really like a war zone. It didn't feel like that. But you could feel the tension in the fucking air, right? But there were people walking, and, all the restaurants were open, etc., etc. And I was talking to one of my friends who lives down in Delaware. And he said, man, you should go to Clyde's, in Georgetown, Clyde's, So I walked down there. I parked my car in the fucking parking garage. And I go to Clyde's, right? And Clyde's apparently does not have any indoor seating. They don't allow any indoor dining. And so I just made up some fucking story to the usher, the guy who actually takes the new guests. He's like, sorry, sir, if you don't have a prior reservation, he's like a half an hour to 40 minutes, like a, wait time. I'm like, first of all, in my mind, I said, I just wanted to check it out to see what the fuck is this restaurant or foodie place or whatever the fuck it is it's famous for. And I just made up a fucking story. I said, listen, I'm waiting for a friend. I'll find out what they want, whether they want to wait or not, and I just walk out. I didn't have any fucking desire to, like, wait there for 40 minutes and get a fucking table by myself. So I walked around the park. It was nice, and they were having like a dance party after 3 o'clock, something like that, because there was some guy who was playing piano, and I think they had like the DJ set up outdoors, But I didn't stay for that. And then I went to Moby Dick's. Moby Dick's is like a Persian food, just like the McDonald's Persian, genre of McDonald's, I guess. In a sense that it's a franchise in the DC area. They have many locations, but it's not as McDonald's in a sense. I mean, the food is still good. I mean, obviously McDonald's is like fucking cheeseburgers and all that, right? Fries. So I ordered some fucking, what did I order? Like shish kebabs, chicken shish, whatever the fuck it is, right? With some rice and like fucking, that yogurt dip. Fucking amazing. So I had that, half of that, like for fucking brunch or lunch yesterday, and then I basically drove back. Speaking of January 6th, I think if you want to listen to me, what I would say is that January 6th was a fucking disaster, mostly because of incompetency of the local authorities. It's one thing to let the protesters, I don't fucking care which side of the aisle they were from, right? Which political party they belong to, or whatever the fuck it is, which mouthpiece they were fucking enchanting to, right? I don't give a shit. if they are trying to get into like fucking these you know Capitol building and all that, there should have been a fucking security right there, right? It's not like it happened like in like 10 minutes that all of a sudden people show up and then start storming into the fucking Capitol. Like, this is a fucking disaster on behalf of the local authorities. That's it. And now they're blaming this, they're blaming that. It's like a fucking disaster. You know, now there are like over 25,000 guards down there, National Guards. Isn't it what happened in, you know, in 9/11, you know, when the towers fell, and then, you know, nobody actually did anything before that, right? And after that, you know, we went to invade countries, including the countries that had nothing to do with fucking 9/11, right? It's exactly the same thing on a smaller scale, right? What happened on January 6th. So that's my fucking take on that. So stop fucking blaming, you know, or playing the fucking blame game, you know? I don't, again, you know, without repeating myself, I guess I am. I don't take any fucking sides, you know, and that's the fucking truth that, you know, these people fucked it up. You know, they should have security down there. They should not have let anybody into the fucking building, you know, if they were trying to sabotage or what the fuck they were trying to do. So stop fucking playing this fucking bullshit game, right? Blaming and impeachment and all that fucking bullshit, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. I leave it up to the fucking Christ. Hopefully, you know, come January 20th, when the inauguration is on Wednesday, which is not even 2 days from now, right? From today. So hopefully no other shit hits the fucking fan and everything goes smoothly. And then when I came back, I actually tweeted. Actually, when I was leaving, I tweeted to Mayor of fucking Washington, D.C., right? What's her name? Mayor Bowser. And I wish her the best of luck for a smooth and safe transition, you know. And that's it. So that's my take on that one. That's my fucking rant on that one. Who was talking about that fucking comet, by the way? Oh, yeah, so I was listening to fucking Joe Rogan's podcast, and I don't want to be fucking mouthpiece for what the fuck they were talking about. That comet, remember from 2017, Oumuamua, that unusual comet that actually came into our solar system, they were talking about that, and his guest, I think he's an astrophysicist, he's of the opinion that fucking comet is or was an alien ship, which I don't really believe. But who the fuck knows what's going on out in the outer space, because we don't have the capability to track down what the fuck is going on, right? Everything that comes into our orbit and what the fuck it is. I mean, it didn't come close to the Earth's orbit, but what the fuck, dude? Am I cursing too much? I'm sorry. I guess I'm kind of like fucking worked up with my fucking financial situation in terms of my fucking business, because I don't have any money left in the fucking bank and I have all these bills, you know. Especially, you know, there are two projects that I actually have. I bid, not that I bid on, but I have those, you know. They hired me, but I underbid. I fucking underbid, and that's fucking taking a toll on me. And I mean, that was one reason it drove me to fucking drinking back in May, and then, you know, if I hadn't received some money from the stimulus checks and all that, right, back in 2020, besides the fact that I thought that when fucking COVID hit, and I'll get to that, I have something to share. It's not really a conspiracy theory, but But when that fucking COVID hit, I got to a point, fuck it, there's no money coming in, and if my business is going to go down, I won't be able to pay rents and pay bills. And on top of that, I bid on these fucking projects back in 2019, based on an input from another friend of mine who is in construction. And then, I feel like I got fucked over. So I'm kind of fucking worked up because of the financial situation, and I'm just hoping that we get some more money in the second round, which is approved. I was looking up on SBA's website, Small Business Administration, and I'm just waiting for the lenders to get back to me so I can apply for that, Otherwise, it's so fucking tough, man. It's so fucking tough, and people are not paying us, So if people are not paying me, so where the fuck am I going to get the money to pay my sub-consultants, right? So these fucking two projects, they're fucking like killing me, basically. That's all I have to say, So that's fucking, I was in my office and I got another two like fucking bills from like fucking concrete inspections companies, not the inspection, but the testing company, and it's like, I don't want to get too much into details, but it's just fucking, I underbid and I have to talk to the people and find out what the fuck is going on, what the fuck do I have to do, and then I switched my accountants. So I'm dealing with that as well. It's not easy to switch accountants, you have to maintain the fucking books for the taxes and all that, right? And you got to know what's coming in and what's being owed, right? It's a fucking hassle to run a fucking business, man. I mean, when push comes to shove, is that what it is? Or shove comes to push, either or, doesn't fucking matter. I'll just find another job, and you know what? Fuck it. If I have to find another job, if I have to work for another company, I'll just rather move to fucking Colorado, settle in Boulder and work for a company. And then slowly, take part, and then start my own thing in Colorado. I think that's what I should do. I mean, that's the fucking last resort. I can't abandon the fucking ship and burn the bridges and just move to fucking Colorado, leaving all my clients here, But if some of them are not paying me, then fuck them, right? That's it. So that's it. And I have a couple of topics in my cheat sheet. It has been really tough. I mean, 2020 has been really hard on me, and I fucking that just drove me into fucking drinking and all that fucking jazz. I'm just smoking these fucking vapes, nicotine, with flavors. I did see my primary doctor, and I'm going to do a chest x-ray just to make sure that my lungs are okay and all that, right? I don't feel any pain or anything like that. I'm not drinking. But, all these external issues, they can just fucking this is something that's fucking basic, if you're not financially stable, I'm not talking about making money and fucking go on fucking vacations to fucking Bermuda and all that, right? Or Hawaii. Although I told you guys, me and my girlfriend, we were planning to go to Hawaii, but now given the fucking financial situation, I don't think I can actually afford to go anywhere. I have no fucking idea. So that's it. That's my rant on my situation, and hopefully I don't turn into fucking drinking again. I don't feel the desire. Me and my girlfriend went to a restaurant Friday here in Jersey City waterfront, and she ordered a drink. I ordered a fucking, just to give her company, I ordered a fucking lightest beer, and I took a sip and it felt so fucking bad. Then I left it there, and I just had food, And my girlfriend, she doesn't drink either, except for like one drink she'd order, and then hardly, I usually keep a bottle of wine here for her when she comes over, but she hardly drinks or like one drink. So Friday she was over. I think we're gonna meet again on Friday. So speaking of fucking COVID, you all know, I think January 23rd is like a fucking dark anniversary of when the first, what was it, fucking ground zero, or like the first case of COVID was fucking announced last year, right? Is that what it is? So the what is that? World Health Organization, WHO, I'm sure they are fucking pretty bureaucratic, as much as it sounds like, if not more. They are trying to get into China, Wuhan province, to find out more about the virus, right? And Chinese government, obviously, they won't cooperate because they are fucking dictators, And, Wuhan province has a lab where they do research, I think it's biotechnical research, and they basically do research on these viruses, right? Pandemic viruses, blah, blah, blah. So one theory, or conspiracy theory, is that maybe they were doing some experiments on this fucking virus, or whatever the fuck it is, and then it got spilled over into the fucking Chinese markets, right? Where they were selling beds and whatever the fuck they were selling, because China has a lot of population to feed. And so I'm not sure. This is still up in the air. As far as we know so far, is that fucking virus actually originated from that fucking what was that, fish market, or where the fuck it was, right, in Wuhan province. But still, it's not clear whether that fucking lab had something to do with it. And Chinese government is not cooperating. So does that mean that it really got spilled over from that lab onto the public? I have no fucking idea, but that could be it. Who the fuck knows? Don't hold me onto my fucking words, but it could be a possibility, right? Without an independent investigation, nobody would fucking know. So many people have died so far. Are we going to bring them back? No. But there should be an investigation, right? Obviously, fucking somebody's got to be responsible. If it really is like fucking spilled over from that fucking lab, right? All right, okay. So I don't want to fucking go on and on about that. But who the fuck knows? Right? What else? I'm just taking it easy, just focus on work and just, my work, my love life, family, and all that, right? Friends. I have to make some amends with some of my friends. I think that I said, stupid shit when I was fucking drinking, and I was like fucking going fucking crazy. In any case, so I do apologize for whoever I fucking feel that they got hurt. I didn't really say anything really bad, but whatever the fuck, dude. So this is my take on like fucking, this whole fucking election, COVID and all that. So let's just wait until this whole cloud subsides, this whole inauguration cloud subsides. Didn't I say that in my last podcast, that as we move forward with technology and all that, technology is going to fucking leave us behind, and hopefully it's going to basically just like undo everything. It's going to undo everything, I'm not talking about social media and all that, right? And then the free speech and all that. There's a lot of fucking bullshit, and to an extent, to some extent, that if you are going to ban someone in this country, which claims to be a beacon of fucking democracy and all that, then you got to be fucking banning all of the others, right? From Twitter and fucking whatever the fuck it is, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. Did we fucking know that we were going to get to this point? Where we're going to be fucking more divided? If anything, technology was supposed to actually bring us together, right? But I guess fucking humans, we are still fucking apes with our ape minds, and we don't fucking realize that every one of us, humans are humanoids who realize, who understand our universe, our place in this fucking universe better than other animals, right? That we should realize, or we don't realize, that every one of us actually have the same goal. We all want some fucking peace in our life, some fucking stability, including financial stability in our lives. And we don't want any fucking, anybody to fucking dictate us, including people making policies based on fucking social media and all that fucking bullshit. I'm just hoping that technology is going to break down everything, it's going to undo everything, and then just fucking show it us ourselves in the fucking mirror and tell us, you have created these bureaucracies, these fucking whatever the fuck, politicians are fucking crooks to begin with, no matter who. Don't tell me this guy is better, that's why I voted for him, or that's why I voted for her, or that's why I didn't vote for these people, I'm with these other people. That's fucking bullshit, okay? Every fucking politician is a fucking crook, right? That's it, to an extent. So, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be sane. I'm trying to still remain sane as much as I can, given the circumstances, right? And no, I'm not blaming anyone for my own fucking, shortcomings and, whatever the fuck it is, right? Yeah, I admit that I made mistakes in the fucking past, including, what's affecting my fucking citizenship, which I'm pursuing now. I have lawyers in place. Right? Yeah, I admit, and I want to leave my fucking past behind and move forward. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best, because hope is what keeps us alive, Hope, or, like a skeptical hope. That's what I say. Practical or skeptical hope, you do your best. You do your fucking best, Don't be a fucking lazy ass. And, don't let these external issues, grip your mind in such a way that you can't get out of the fucking, depression, whatever the fuck you are into, So, the other thing for me is that I can't sleep, I think about all these things and I can't sleep, and, but I'm taking low dose of fucking Doxepin, I went to my primary doctor, and again, and that helps me sleep, I just take a very minute amount, and then hopefully it's not fucking addictive. And it helps me sleep, People say, oh, why don't you try melatonin? Oh, I have tried that, sir. I have tried that, sir, man. And melatonin apparently has a, your body has a has a tolerance for melatonin. So it worked like maybe for the first week, and then it didn't work. I tried that last year, and even then I wasn't able to sleep like until like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to try CBD, which is what my doctor was saying I should try, which I have tried, I think, small amounts. But if it comes to that point, I will, use CBD. So we shall see, right? We shall see. It's already 35 minutes, everyone. I was thinking about something when I was driving up, and that was kind of like something that I used to think about when I was in my early college years, right, in my bachelor's. Because I was young in my like late teens, early 20s, and I was just like this person who would be someone who would be up above, the higher orbit planet, and I was just looking down upon the human beings and how they, react and act and blah blah blah, and it all seemed to me like a fucking monkey business, which I realize is coming back to me now that I'm fucking 47, twice the age of when I was at that time, and now that I'm part of this fucking society, real world, planet Earth, I realized that, well, sir, you're looking down upon Earth. Now you're part of fucking Earth, So it is what it is. But now I'm going to at least detach myself and think like that, but in a more positive way, in a sense that I was thinking actually, this is what came into my mind when I was driving up, and I was listening to some fucking music, including my own music I had produced, and I had some like fucking like music, pieces that I actually produced, which are on SoundCloud. If you go to SoundCloud and search for Dance K2, dance as word dance, and K is in letter K is in 2 is in number 2, you'll find my channel there. This is not the same channel where I actually say my podcast, my audio version of podcast. That's a different channel. But what the fuck I was talking about? Okay, so love. I was talking about love and falling in love, I think love is a great thing. Falling in love is also a great thing. But falling in love, is can be tricky because if you're being emotional and all that, being really attached yourself to somebody else, which is a good thing. But I'm not talking about that fucking teenage love, But love is universal. I think you can fall in love, and at any age in your life, doesn't matter. And I think like falling in love, right? Falling in love with someone, having feelings for them is the greatest thing in the world, right? In the whole fucking universe, I think. If you scale that, right? If you scale falling in love with someone, if you scale that up and just imagine you fall in love with someone from some other fucking dimension, right? That I don't know. I mean, what the fuck am I saying? Let me try to be, more explicit, I guess. Explicit are like just to try to be more clear on what the fuck I'm trying to say, right? So falling in love. Okay, so you feel the longing for someone, right? Like the longing for somebody that you like and blah, 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 right? And I think falling in love on a universal scale is like being in this fucking bliss. Just imagine, like, when you have an orgasm, right? When you have an orgasm, you know what you feel when you have an orgasm? It feels so fucking good, right? And just imagine an orgasm on a cosmic scale, right? I think that's what it's gonna feel like. I think like falling in love with on a universal scale is like having an orgasm on a cosmic scale. Am I right? I think this is my own fucking idea, but this is what I was thinking when I was driving up, and it just like somehow melted my heart. It's like Jesus fucking Christ. I have no fucking idea what the fuck I'm up for. I know what I'm talking about to an extent, but I guess what I'm trying to say is that just imagine if you are in that bliss all the fucking time. I guess it could drive you fucking crazy. Um, but if you control it and then you feel like you're having an orgasm, like you're in that bliss. Is that what the Eastern philosophy says? There's nirvana where you are blissful and all the time and blah blah blah, and I have no fucking idea. Um, so you know how music feels good, and certain music you are into and it makes you feel good, whatever, right? Just the tunes and the drums and the whatever the fuck it is, the melody and all that, right? And yeah, I think love is somehow a powerful force. It's a fucking powerful force, and if you can somehow uh, achieve that state of mind, right? Uh, that could probably just give you that fucking blissful like feeling of being in love with someone, right? And then you feel like you are having cosmic orgasms. All right, okay, so I don't know. Yeah, so fall in love. I think the other thing is that, if you are waiting for a moment for love to come into your life, that's not going to happen. You have to take the fucking steps. If you want to reach out to somebody and, tell them what you feel about them, don't be too explicit and, take one step at a time, So do it now. There's no moment in future that's going to wait for you. That's waiting for you to actually get there first and then take the step. No, you have to take the step now, right? That's it. Do it now because future is not in your hands. Future is not in your fucking hands. You can't alter the future. I'm not talking about going back to the fucking future movie, where you can go back and change the course of your life, right? So yeah, these are my rants for this week. Let me see. Do I have anything in my cheat sheet? Let's see. I think I have a couple. Here we go. Boeing 737. So what the fuck happened with Boeing 37, and what the fuck is happening in that part of the world, Malaysia, and all that, right? So this is what, like, third or fourth disaster. Like it happens once a year, or once in like couple of years. It has to do with the fucking 737 Boeing in that part of the fucking world. I have no fucking idea. I thought that Boeing 737, our Boeing company, had finally fixed their issue with their fucking airplanes. And then I think the issue, if I remember correctly, from the last one they went down, was that there was a technical issue with throttling, if I'm not mistaken. Don't hold me to my words. You can fucking look it up. That when you throttle and the plane takes off and you're basically trying to basically go higher and higher, and apparently that mechanism was not working, and then instead of going up and up, the plane would just go down, and then that's when it would crash. I think that's what it happened this time, although I'm not sure. But I thought that the Boeing company had made those corrections in their fucking technical system mechanism, right? Throttle system, computer glitches, whatever the fuck it was, right? And they had presented that to fucking FAA, Federal Aviation Authority, and that was all done. And now another fucking 737 goes down. So I guess that's it for 737, right? I have no fucking idea. So that's my take on that one, and I think that's it. That's the only topic I have another topic. I'm sorry. Macro engineering. So what is macro engineering? So engineering on a larger scale, like huge structures and all that. Even like setting up structures out in the space, like gyros, just in case some other shit goes down on this fucking planet, right? So at least we have some colony up there in the space. Is that what it is? That macro engineering? As opposed to micro engineering, which I believe is nanotechnology and all that, right? Or setting up massive structures. And I think I read that somewhere on fucking BBC, I think. So if you go to Mars, I think we should be able to set up like fucking macro engineering structures, right? Or systems. I have no fucking idea. But you can look it up, macro engineering. So I thought, being an engineer, I thought that was interesting to me. And I'm just going to close out my podcast, everyone. It's already 47 minutes. So let's just get into movies and shows, right? So I watched Under the Dome, right? Under the Dome. I guess it's from 2013 or 2015. You can watch it on Amazon. It's an old show, but that's a fucking amazing show based on one of the Stephen King's novels. And I finished that while I was down in D.C. And then the other show I've been watching is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's a great show. It's actually getting interesting. Actually, I didn't like that. I think I started off with first season, and then I didn't really like it because it was getting monotonous. I think that's the word I want to use. Getting like fucking boring. But then I just jumped to fucking season 5 or 4, and now, without any fucking spoiler alerts, I guess it's a fucking old show. So. But in any case, it's getting interesting. It got interesting, and I finished season 5 yesterday, actually. Where they have these fucking wormholes and gravitonium, where you can actually bring people from the present to the future, and then you can bring people from the future to the present, right? So it got interesting, and, including space travel and spaceships and aliens and all that, right? Which is what I'm interested in, sci-fi, futuristic kind of movies or shows. So I've been watching that, and so I'm on season 6 now. And it's a great show, actually. It's my type of show. If you are into those types of shows, then check it out. It's on Netflix, actually. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. All right. So with that, I think I'm going to close my podcast, everyone. Let's hope for the best, and bear with me. I just ranted because of my fucking business and all that, or the financials and all that. And And I presume you all had a great weekend and having a great start of the week. And I will see you all next weekend.